the key thing that's most important if you're working with children with very limited understanding of computing, and you get this in every year group because the gap will be very large between those with a high confidence and low confidence, is you doing this together, both in terms of having a lot of conversation about what we're actually doing, what you want the algorithm to do, what your end goals are, and then what the steps are to doing that, because those children with more experience will be able to explain, okay, here's how I can make the robot speak here, here's how you get a block which will allow you to ask a question to the robot, here's how you make sure you've got some waiting time in between so the robot doesn't go too quickly for you. And making sure that conversation is had, I think, is most important in the computing lessons. Another important thing is making sure that it's not something you rush into as well when working with robots. Children need to have an understanding of on-screen programming first before you can really get full access and full use out of the robots. However, it is very interesting with those lower ones because it's something which, you know, down to very young children working with robots, you can make it work, I find, due to the fact that they will quite intuitively see a clear input and output of what's going on. If you go and put something in here and I press this button, the robot is going to do this. It's very clear. However, yeah, I do think the key thing is working group work, and that's what we did with the Picoh. It's working, you know, in mixed ability groups with a lot of time put into planning and conversation and making sure you know, everyone gets their turn to to put blocks in and tinker and see what they do, but also talking through each other of what they do, taking ideas on board and making sure, and just allowing them to try and allowing them to say, what if this happens, what happens when this happens, or more importantly, why is this not working if I don't get the output I expect from the robot or from whatever's happening on screen.
That block, basically, if you put an answer contains something like a specific word, and under the if you can write down what it will do. So if it's to tell the time, you can program it to tell the time here. But if it's else, it's something that doesn't contain the time, it will say, sorry, I don't understand.